What is up, everybody, and welcome back, or I should just say howdy, folks, and welcome back to some more Wizards MyGM rebuild. Cliff Jalfu here, and yeah, we are here in season number 2. We are just getting started here in season number 2, and let's look at some of these games we could be watching. Again, I didn't just get any games last year to watch, but I will pick a couple games here and there, and then if they're close at the end, we'll jump in the last couple minutes and watch this team. I don't want this to be completely, so I won't be playing any games, but I'd like to see the team. We've been building this team. We're going to get to know these players. You're going to get to know this roster. And yeah, so off rip, you see we played the Bulls a whole bunch of times. We have the Atlanta Hawks on opening night, which we'll see, a home opener against the Miami Heat. And yeah, so that's what we got. We got Christmas this year? Buddy, we got Christmas? All right, love it. Let's go check our rotation. Let's go kind of get the season started, and then we'll hop right into it. So here's what the rotation's looking like right now. Alvarado, Kispert, Colaby, Kuzma, and Sara will be our starting rotation. Star's going to get 35 minutes a game at center, and Kuzma 32 minutes a game at power forward. Again, we are going to look to trade Kyle Kuzma. We were set and given the task to trade our oldest player in the offseason. This is him. So we'll see what we can do. Colaby's going to get 29 minutes, Kispert 25, and Alvarado 27. Poole going to be our sixth man. He's going to get 28, and Jalen Williams going to be about 20 off the bench. Quincy Jeffries, he's going to get 18 minutes per game for us to start. And then Grant Williams about 12. Kevin Huerter about 10. I really want to see these guys go. We'll see if they have good seasons or not. It'll kind of depend on who goes. And then we're going to get Carlton or Bub Carrington 4 minutes just to start, see what he plays. Again, we have an 11-man rotation. I usually like to keep it at 10, but just kind of where our guys are. Obviously, we're going to get these guys hopefully trading one, if not both of those two. So we're giving them minutes to kind of get their production up. And then later on the season, we're going to be giving these guys chances. So yeah, so let's just kind of get the season rolling. And we'll see. We'll pick it back up eventually. So we lose opening night. Ended up being a little bit closer, but that second quarter really buried us. We came back in that third quarter, but it was a little bit too far out of reach by the time I realized. So we didn't get to jump in. Kuzma, 20 points. Poole, 19 points on 7 for 20 shooting. Kispert did well from beyond the arc. Colaby did okay. Alvarado did not do fantastic, but where is Sar? Did he get hurt again? 32 minutes, 9 rebounds, 1 for 6 shooting. Kind of unacceptable for what the guy that we are kind of giving the reins as the number one dude. So how did Ricochet fare? I mean, 30 minutes, 10 points, did not play well, and Trae Young 25 and 6. So yeah, it's game 1. We already have our first one. All right, so we're talking to our head scout again. Last year, we saw that we went after some guy that was not good. Ended up being, we gave a lot of resources to a guy that's not good. So let's see what he has for us this year, right? Oh, obviously the scouts spend most of the time. Probably a few floaters are available, so I have an idea. Well, I'm thinking if we get a few extra bodies to help scout teams, it gives us an edge in the playoffs. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to say no to that. The two of us can work in full season, can probably get it done. Highly valued defense. I think we can handle this ourselves. I think it's worth it. Let's do it. I don't think we can spare the staff for it. Thank you, though. We're going to say no just because, again, I don't give a shit other teams. And all right, we have a perk to gain. So we already have increase. All right, let's see. Analytics. I'm going to scroll through these and then we'll figure out which one. We're going to get all players start with a higher amount scouted. So this could help us get through more scouting, get through scouting faster, and get 100% on more players. So yeah, we're going to do that. Again, going fully on scouting. We're going to be rebuilding through the draft for the most part. So that's what we're going to go with. All right, so I'm going through some of these things, and it seems we have some leaked footage from one of our practices. A bit of a scuffle between the starters and second unit. Things got chippy after a few hard fouls. Wasn't an outright altercation, but definitely not a good look for our team. And let's have a meeting with the players. I care about how they feel and what they're doing and how they're doing more than the media's reaction. We need to go to damage control. I think I need to handle it myself. I'm going to see, Jesus, I cannot read. If I can make a guest appearance on any of the sports talk shows, that'll pick it up. Nope, that's not good. I know the personnel practice gyms. Okay, I'm going to talk to our guys. Not going to lie, some are upset now in the showers. You can probably swing by and chat with them if you like. Great, let's head on over. All right, so we mitigated that altercation. So yeah, some practice footage got leaked of us beating each other up. So it's probably Jordan Poole's fault. I saw a right foot stress fracture, 4 to 6 weeks. Again, it's probably going to be less than that, but we're going to have to put him on the shelf, and let's see how he was doing. Up in points per game, up in rebounds per game, but still not shooting too well. The 3-point ball is really starting to fall for him. He's getting more better defensively. This is on about 13 point per game minute jump. So okay, he's been doing all right in his second season, doing okay, but he's going to be on the shelf for now, and I'll move this rotation around. Also, shout out Kyle Kuzma, 25 points per game. That's exactly what we need to get the most out of him in a trade. All right, so we have our scout talking to us, a D2 prospect, got in a bad accident, is in D2, is one of the top-rated recruits, but also has attitude issues. I'm going to roll off with I'm not sold, because even if he's good, he's going to be an attitude problem, and we don't want that here with the Wizards. So we're going to say I'm not sold, and we're not going to go for it. Carter's back. Here's how the timeline's going to look like, just for right now. And, Herter out of the rotation. We're going to give Joe Rollins some time because he looks like he's been doing pretty good in his limited minutes. So we'll see what we got with him. But Herter, hitting 31% of his threes. You can't do that, especially if you're not giving you anything else. That is all I got. So Herter, he's probably done. All right, so I think we got this last year. This guy wants to go out and watch pickup games and see if there's anyone out there. We're going to give him 3. I think this is a fine thing to do. You never know when you're going to get that prospect. So we're going to give him 3. And, all right. So we're going to give him 3 guys instead of the 6 he was requesting. And also Alex Sarr wanted to talk to us. See what Alex Sarr has to say. He's going to call me a clown. Based around the team, you're starting to forget what you look like. Whatever. These things okay. That before. Okay. Yeah, so he just thinks we suck again. All right, so the same rinse and repeat stuff, whatever. All right, here we are about into the first month of the season. Kyle Kuzma is playing out of his mind. We are going to turn around and trade him now. This is a piece that probably isn't going to be allowed for the long term. He's already 30 years old. We already have kind of a bounty to trade him. It's $20 million a year. Not that bad. Jordan Poole, he's actually been playing very well as well, shooting really good from both 3 and on the field as well. But no one else really giving us that oomph, right? Galabi getting some steals. Sarr obviously playing very well defensively, but struggling a little offensively. Jalen Williams has done fine in his time mostly off the bench. I think that's a good pickup. Quincy Jeffries in his first NBA season, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, being okay on the defensive end right now. Not shooting too well from the field, but shooting actually pretty decently from 3, which is fine to see. Alvarado, he's struggled, but obviously stealing the ball at a good rate and playing good defense. So we'll take it. And then these guys kind of got inconsistent minutes. Joe Rollins in 8 games now, putting up some really good numbers at 60% shooting. And Bub Carrington, he's doing all right as well in 7 minutes a game. Actually falling off a little bit, but we like what we're seeing from him. And Kente George and Jalen Wells have gone in for 1 and 2 games apiece. So let's look for a trade for Kyle Kuzma. How about it? All right, here's the trade we're going to make for Kyle Kuzma. We're going to trade Kuzma, obviously, and Keyshawn George for 2 picks from the Spurs. One is actually owned by the Charlotte Hornets this year, and the next one is a Spurs pick from 2029. We're going to get Zach Collins off of their books and onto ours, someone we could probably flip at the trade deadline as well. Also going to give Keyshawn George. Just wasn't playing for us, just a guy that wasn't going to get minutes for us, and obviously we drafted someone at his position that we like better. So yeah, this is going to be the trade. I think this is really good, and the Spurs get a really good player. We get some draft capital that we want, and things are starting to look good here in Washington, obviously. We got rid of our best player, having a phenomenal season. We sold high on him, got a really good draft pick for this upcoming year. And there we go. We got the and then all right. So let's move some stuff and get on it. And this is where our lineup will look like post Kuzma. Just kind of moving things around, and this is what we are looking like at the moment. All right, let's see how month 2 looks. All right, so I can't figure out how to just watch the game, so we're going to play the last minute or two of this one. We are up. This is Christmas Day against the Hawks, and Trae Young getting stopped by Alvarado, and then Dyson Daniels with a good move, and Alvarado on the break. Stop, we'll pop, we'll fire this way, and let's set it up. Set it up. All right, got him in the air. We are stripped. That's all right. Alvarado pump into the shot. Slightly early, miss it, and we're still up by 1. But already, I do like when I do start playing games like this again. You can pump fake and go by a guy, and it doesn't. They don't just latch on to you. See if we can lock up here. Trae Young got too much space. That's money. All right. So big dagger. Okay. Pick and roll. Blocked by Oneki Okongwu, and we're going to lose this game. Super sick. All right, we're just going to submit. Fuck this. We're not going to watch any games. Okay, so this is the culmination of what we have from the guy who went on the scouting reports. See what he got. Scoop turned out to be a bust. All right, sick. Lovely. All right. And we do have some points. We did update Charisma Analytics all the way. We're going to do the same with Charisma here. And, all right, okay, so here we are at just about to get the trade deadline with 3 more games. We're 15 and 33. Let's check on the league right now in the standings. All right, Pacers are and the Cavaliers, your top 2 teams. Raptors, Hornets, Bulls in there as well. So the Hornets pick ended up not being too great. But this is really weird. Look at all the teams that are bad. The Celtics are really bad. Why? Drew Holiday has been playing. Everyone looks like they've been playing. I mean, no Kristaps right now, but I don't think this is a team that's that bad, but that's very interesting. What has Jaylen Brown been doing? 20 points, a big decrease to Jaylen Brown. And, I mean, Jason Tatum's still playing well, so I don't know. This is weird that they're all the way down here. The Knicks are down here, and they got the squad, and they traded for James Harden. So this is just super odd why this team's down here. I mean, Julius Randle, Harden off the bench is nuts. This looks like a good team. Orlando's down here. Philly's down here. Embiid and Paul George are playing, but Paul George falling off a cliff. Love to see this as a former Celtics fan. Tyrese Maxey keeping it legit. So, and then us. So we're the worst team. Almost in the league. The Jazz are doing pretty good. How's Rondo Foster doing? 15 points per game on decent shooting. He's been fine. Lauri Markkanen has not really taken that big step. Keontae George has been okay. Taylor Hendricks is starting now, and Jalen Duran doing all right. So this is very interesting. The Lakers are way down here. But the Mavericks looking to repeat. Thunder up there. Spurs up there. So the Kuzma stuff has been going very well for them. Is he hurt? Looks like Kuzma is hurt. Let's see. 2020 NBA champion. People forget that. Let's see how he is hurt. Oh, broken right kneecap. So that sucks for them. Very big. Golden State's doing all right. So, yeah, that's what we got going there. Let's check on some stat leaders. Edwards points per game, Luka up there, and Giannis all averaging over 30. King Cunningham's having a really good year. Tatum, Halliburton round out the top 10. Rebounds, Mobley's in there, Sabonis in there. Embiid, Wemby, just absolute freak. Halliburton, big assist guy. Here's all the other assist numbers. This kind of checks out to what you would think. Amen Thompson being basically averaging like almost a triple-double. This is a really, really big year for Amen Thompson. He's definitely going to be most improved player. If I were to think about it, especially look at his stats from last year, a nice jump. Look at this jump, 7 from 2 assists a game to 7 assists a game. That's super insane. He's not going to shoot for nothing, but he'll get in there. Harden off the bench and Garland. Until they recently traded for him. He's only played about 10 games off of the bench. Steals leaders look like so. Asar, more of the defensive guy of the Thompson brothers. Here you go. Any Wizards? Nope, sir. And then blocks look like this. All right, so here we go. We got a perk. We pick Work Smarter and Harder, which increases the benefits of all analytic perks by 60, and I get 2 additional perks. So I picked Forward and Guard Expert, so we just got basically 2 for 1 there, plus a boost on it. So we are really going heavy in the scouting here. We basically almost have all of them right now. So we only have Anthropologist and Eavesdropper left to go, and then Search Engine optimization there. So we're basically big analytics guy, and we have it almost fully staffed out. Kevin Huerter increasing some value. We're going to look to see what's on the trade market for him. All right, we didn't really find any value. 2 of our players we wanted to trade are injured, unfortunately. So we're just going to go through the trade deadline with Kuzma only being our only big trade. And we're going to go to the end of the season and kind of see where everything stands there. All right, end of the season. Like usual, didn't go good. Here we go. Luka MVP. Rolando Foster, your Rookie of the Year. 6th man is Kevin Porter Jr. Boo. Boo. Victor Wembanyama, your Defense Player of the Year. Robert Dillingham, Most Improved. Devin Booker, Clutch Player of the Year. Jason Kidd, your Coach of the Year. And John Murphy, your Executive of the Year. All-NBA First Team goes like this. Doncic, Giannis, Edwards, Halliburton, Wemby, Mobley, Morant, SGA, Davis, and Amen Thompson, your second team, and Chet Holmgren, Joel Embiid, LaMelo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, and Devin Booker are your third team All-NBA. Defense is Anthony Davis, Evan Mobley, Chet Holmgren, Giannis, and Victor Wembanyama, with Adebayo, Embiid, Amen, and Ausar Thompson, and Nick Claxton being your second team. For rookies, John Duncan, 11 points per game on 40% shooting, 42% shooting, you'll take it. Quincy Jeffries getting in there, about 9 points per game on 36% shooting. Ended up starting for us later in the year, but fine rookie campaign. Kyle Haywood, he's 7 points per game on 6 rebounds. Aaron Jones, first overall pick, 12 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. And Rolando Foster, about 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Overall, really good player. He's going to be very good for a long time. KJ Simpson, Deron Holmes, Nihat Bosturk, Alan Bosch, and Linwood Johnson are your second team All NBA rookies. Let's take a look at our team and the standings. And first off, we'll take a look at the standings. Pacers, Raptors, Cavs, Bulls, Milwaukee, and Knicks are your guaranteed, with Nets, Celtics sneaking up into the play-in. That's crazy. The Boston Celtics sneaking into the play-in. Interesting. Charlotte and Detroit are your play-in teams, with Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Philadelphia, and us way at the bottom outside of things. In the Western Conference, the Lakers are your bottom feeders, but not as bad as us. We are by far the worst team in the league. Lakers, Jazz, Trailblazers, Clippers, with the Rockets, Pelicans, Nuggets, and Suns battling out for the play-in, with the Grizzlies as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 play-in teams? How the hell does that work? Interesting. That makes sense. Does it make sense? How the hell does this work? I don't know. And the Kings, Warriors, Spurs, Timberwolves, Mavericks, and Thunder are your guaranteed. Stats on the year for us. Let's look at it. Jordan Poole ended up leading us in points per game with 18 on good shooting. Zach Collins, in his limited time with us, played all right. Missed about 20 games this season. Corey Kispert missed some time, but he ended up having a not too great season for us, a little bit down across the board. Basically an 11-point per game scorer with decent shooting. Alex Sarr, up in everything, basically playing twice as many minutes as last year almost, and actually putting together a pretty solid campaign. I would think this is a really good mark to build off of. Colby, another solid season, kind of more towards a rookie year, but shooting splits went down a little bit. Don't love to see that. Quincy Jeffries put together a pretty solid first year, and then just the rest. With Joe Rollins actually giving us some decent production in his first year. I'm actually excited to see how he goes as well. So the play-in looks like this. Phoenix ended up getting in. Denver ended up getting in, which is weird because it says that Memphis won. So that's odd. So Phoenix just said, actually, no, Memphis, you don't win. And they ended up beating the Nuggets to get in, which is fun. And then in the East, it is the Nets beating the Celtics, but the Celtics just ended up going. I don't know. Maybe that's glitched, or maybe they're just reading it wrong. I don't know. And then the Celtics ended up making it in. First round of the playoffs went as expected. Second round looks like top teams making it. Dallas won't repeat. And how about the Raptors doing it well, getting back? It's going to be Thunder and Pacers. The Raptors were like the first overall pick, ended up getting the number 2 seed in the East. And then Pacers, Thunder, and it will be the Thunder taking home a championship. Finally, SGA, your finals MVP. And all right, let's talk to Alex Sarr. I've been pondering about life after ball. He just wants to be a GM. All right, back to the offseason we go. We'll see you next time for some more Wizards. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the rest of the playlist, the rest of the episodes. I'm actually having a bunch of fun doing this, and we'll have the offseason episode number 2 coming up very shortly. So we will see you then here on Tisbury 33.